Am I in the wrong for not inviting my stepsister on the family trip that my fiance is paying for? When I was 11 years old, my mom married my stepdad, and with him came my terrible 13-year-old stepsister. Let's call her Emma. Emma dedicated our entire childhood to ruining my life, both inside our house and at school. Literally, I had no peace. She was so mean to me, I cannot even explain it. She was constantly making up lies and rumors about me and spreading them all over school. She would tell the most popular guys that I was obsessed with them and had photos of them all over my walls, which was not true. But since we lived together, everyone believed her and they thought I was crazy. And then to my parents, she would flip it and say that I was horrible to her in school. I would bully her. I made her life horrible, and everyone always believed her. And no matter how horrible and terrible she was to me, I never thought she was capable of doing what she eventually did. On Christmas Day, she announced that she was pregnant with my then boyfriend's baby. I didn't even know she knew my then boyfriend. She saw that I posted him on Instagram. She slid in his DMs and he began cheating on me with my stepsister. And then she decided she was gonna announce everything and that she was pregnant on Christmas Day when we were all together, our entire family. She goes on to have that baby and marry my now ex-boyfriend and have the happy little family with him. And I cut all contact. I didn't even want to be in the same room as her. So if she was gonna be at a family event or a family holiday, I would spend that holiday with my dad and my stepmom. Because my step-siblings from my dad's second marriage, lovely, absolutely lovely humans. So years pass and I end up getting engaged to the most amazing man. Honestly, my stepsister did me the biggest favor in the world, getting me away from my loser of an ex-boyfriend, because my fiance now is incredible. My fiance's entire family lives in Italy, and before the wedding, they wanted to meet my entire family. So they offered as an engagement gift to pay to fly all of my family members out to Italy. I didn't even know people did engagement gifts, but I'm liking this one. So the people invited to Italy were my parents, my step-parents, my full biological sister, her husband and 2 kids, and then my stepbrother on my dad's side, his wife and his kid. My parents are on really good terms, so this was gonna be such a fun trip for all of us. Last week, I was talking with my mom about details for the trip, and that's when she asked if I've considered inviting Emma and her son. I said, Emma and her son, you mean the son that she got pregnant with while I was dating the father? I said, you know what, Mom? Honestly, that thought did not even come within 10 feet of my mind. She told me that Emma was going through a really tough time right now because she's separated from her husband. Wow, your marriage that was built on a foundation of lies and betrayal failed? I'm shocked. I am shocked. I couldn't believe it. My mom told me that she thinks this trip would be really good for Emma. And I said, you know what? This trip is about my fiance's family meeting my family. It's not really a self-empowerment reinvention trip for Emma, but great suggestion, Mom. Then my mom tries a different angle. She says, you know who really is going to be the one that suffers here? Emma's son. He's going to miss out on bonding time with his grandparents and his cousins. I said, you know what? You're right. He can come. Just send him with grandma and grandpa. It'll be fine. She'll just, hang out by herself, kid-free for the week. My mom just keeps going on and on about how hard it is for the family that Em and I have this divide between us. Okay, that's just not my problem. I get it's unfortunate, but I'm not the one that put us in this situation. She said that when Emma found out about Italy, she was so sad and felt so left out that everybody was going. I said, you know what? I actually felt really left out of my relationship when my boyfriend cheated on me with my stepsister and got her pregnant. Then my mom told me that her and my stepdad might not go to Italy because right now Emma's just having a really tough time with her separation and they don't want to rub salt in the wound by going to Italy. I said, you know what? I was having a really tough time while Emma was pregnant, but you were throwing baby showers, so I don't see the issue right now. My biological sister called me about this whole situation and she said that Emma's changed a lot. She's been going to therapy and has realized that all the things that she did to me were wrong. I said, took her going to therapy to figure out those things are wrong? That therapist does not get paid enough to deal with her. I'm just so confused because why is everybody so set on getting Emma invited to this trip, but Emma has not even contacted me. I've not talked to this girl in years. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm kind of considering just letting her come to just have all this drama behind us and just ignore her on the trip. But I don't want her there. I do not want her there. I just don't see a way that I could ever forgive her for what she did, but people are saying that I just need to grow up and get over it because she's family. This situation is just completely out of control at this point, and I don't know what to do.